Hi, this is Gail Sibley, and I'm at the IAPS convention with Donna Yeager. And Donna, I know that you've been back to art school, and could you tell us a little bit about what that was like and how it's affected your work?
Sure. I've been teaching and been an exhibiting artist for over 25 years and taking classes and doing all that, but I really love figure drawing, and so I started taking figure drawing at junior college, and then when I moved to Kansas, I was signing up for classes because they were free. If you're 55, you get to take free classes. So I signed up for figure drawing and later signed up for painting, and it just put me in a different frame of mind and working with young people and doing work I didn't normally do. Big acrylic paintings and having themes, having assignments, having homework. And I loved having homework. And if they asked for one painting, I did 10, or not really 10, but 3 or 4. So after a period of time of doing that, the head of the art department knows I'm a serious artist, and he's like, you need to get into digital imaging. So I didn't want to be left behind. I feel like I need to keep growing with what's going on. And I'm not a big computer person. I had a PC, it had my things I did on it, but anyway, I signed up and I walked in and they were all Mac machines. And I didn't even know the lingo, so I'm lost from the beginning. There were only 8 people in the class instead of 20. And the teacher was very patient, and he knew me, and I thought, you know, I'm given this gift, and I need to really get strong and do it. It was so hard. It was the hardest thing I've done in a very long time, and I would tell my husband, I don't know how long I can go around feeling so stupid, but I just was determined not to let go of this gift that I was given. I knew I had to do my part. And so I said to the teacher, this isn't sticking, nothing's sticking. And he said, I know. I thought you'd be much better. But I thought, no, I'm not gonna quit. And so, I cried in my car. I went to every lab, I had my homework, I had my workbook homework, my assignments. And if it wasn't for the lab tech, Danny, really taking me under his wing and working with me and being patient, I probably wouldn't have made it. So he was my second gift, was Danny. And I had all this art background. I'm able to paint, and I had all my images. I've always had them photographed. I had them all on an external hard drive. And so when I get an assignment, I would do one, and then the teacher's like, no, it wouldn't make the first critique, and then he'd say one word and I'd be, I got it, okay, I'm clicking into that. And I started combining my images, my drawings, my paintings with scans, with just working on them with the drawings and creating things I never would have done before. And it had to have content as well as visual. So I'm thinking differently now. I'm telling a story with symbols that mean something to me. They can't be a recognizable symbol like a stop sign or a heart. They have to be something that means something to me. And so almost in every image there's a medal or a rosary because that's important to me, or in a way a symbol of that, or a family or something. But I even did a whole thing with cicadas because I'm really attracted to cicadas. That sounds weird, but I'm attracted to the patterning on them and just nature. So anyway, my first self-portrait, we had to do a self-portrait. I pulled in my self-portrait drawing that I had done in figure drawing, which was kind of an edgy piece, and I started scanning in beads and dried flowers and drawings I had done. And it was exciting. And I was able to move one layer over and learn more about composition. It was really helping me see differently than I had before. And so that first piece got published in the book, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I knew I was onto something that was gonna change me. And I really just thought, I've got to keep cramming this in my head. So I re-enrolled in the second semester, one of the pieces I did, an abstract of my daughter Jessica, was bought by the Nerman. It was just I don't know. I'm in my studio going, oh, I'll add this, I'll add this. It was just very intuitive. And I'm working with oil pastel on top. I'm using glitter, and that sounds bad, but it's a good thing. A little bit is good, a lot is not good. But it was so well balanced, and it just told Jessica's story. And when I tell my story of it, it's a rich story of her, but it's this abstract painting. But anyway, I just continued to study and continued to do pieces that I was excited about. Well, recently, in my last class, I was very moved by the beheading of James Foley. And then I went on, and it was talked about in class, and I went on to learn about the 21 Christians that were killed, the Coptic Christians, and I did a series on those based on birds and St. Francis, and it's a series that connects and yet is individual on its own. And it's really a beautiful piece, and there's no drawing at all in it. It's product, it's photos, it's all these things that just work together to create a beautiful piece of artwork. And I was telling a friend, all this drawing and painting, and I'll probably get well known for something that has no drawing or painting in it at all. But it really, you can see I'm getting excited, it really makes me excited about all that I do. And I can see that it affects my drawings, my paintings, because I'm thinking differently. And I'm thinking more, well, everything in my paintings need to have a reason, not just paint what I see, but do I need that? And stepping back and looking at it. So I'm on this bird series, and so birds begin to come to me. So I'm at my dad's, and he feeds birds, and I think, oh, there's a beautiful dead bird in his yard. So I gather it up, and I made an art project out of it. And then another one came to me, and I know that sounds morbid, but it is exciting, and it worked out, and I just keep an open mind to what's happening and keep growing in that direction and loving it. But I still do everything I've done before, my drawing, my painting, I love that too. This is a new element of combining this rich catalog of paintings and drawings I have with the digital, with the scans, with abstract and collage. And you have to be really careful though, because it begins to look overworked or scrapbook. I don't want to be a scrapbook artist. So it has to be simple and yet tell my story that I'm trying to tell. And I do feel it is important, not in all paintings, but to sometimes have that idea of having content as well as visual. And even though I'm an older person, I think we should continue to keep growing and getting excited about new things and not being complacent in what we're comfortable in. Because I've had that journey throughout my career, if you want to call it a career, of finding something I'm good at, but then moving to something I'm not comfortable with, and knowing that's important in my growth. And I'm grateful for all of those different moves, and I'm sure new things will be coming my way because I'm open to that and excited about it. So thanks for hearing my story.
Great. Thanks so much, Donna.
You're welcome.